Don't give up. Don't give up. Listen to me. Do not give up. I see you. I see you. You're broken. It hurt. You're at a place where it's easier to pretend it doesn't exist than actually face what really does exist, the sadness inside. I want you to take a moment and breathe. Now let it go. Let's go. You got this. It takes more courage to cry. I'm telling you, it takes more courage to cry. Don't get mad. Don't get mad. Don't get mad. Don't get mad. It takes more courage to cry because crying reveals that you were once vulnerable. Anger just reveals the anger inside. And yes, I want you to get angry at the fact that sometimes you can't even find the courage to cry because sometimes things just hurt. And when they hurt, it's okay to cry. Y'all, I'm about to be real honest upfront with y'all today. So I haven't really spoken about failing the bar, right? Because like when I failed, I just kind of kept it under wraps, right? Because like I had a job to do. And for me, like a list being publicly released that there are people who made it onto the law, licensure path, and my name not being on it just never crossed my mind, right? I was just like, I'm gonna be a lawyer. Like I don't know what y'all are saying out here at Alabama State Bar, but I'm gonna be a lawyer. And it took me aback. Like I was just like, wow, I didn't pass the bar. And then, after I didn't pass, of course, I wanted to know why I didn't pass or how I didn't pass. And I found out it was just like 7 points off, y'all. It wasn't like a large number at all. And I was like, so I did all of that work and I only got 7 points away. I was like, can I do community service, something to be able to get past that, right? And so I was really sad and down on myself for a while. But y'all, you know, doesn't seem to success. Black Upstart Accelerator. And the Black Upstart Accelerator is exactly what you think it is. It is an accelerator for Black owned businesses or Black business creators to come up with their business pitch and idea, pitch it to investors, and learn the mechanics of what it's like to actually function in a well running and well planned or which means that you're thinking about things like worship and your unfair competitive advantage and minimum viable products or MVPs. So you're thinking about things like that. So 2 weeks after that happened, I got in. Before I even, studied for the bar the first time I had gotten into Duke LLM's entrepreneurship program. Now, they wanted me to take some special class during the summer while declined and told them no. For the $60,000 tuition that came with it either. But I quickly learned that I was going to be in North Carolina anyway. So God had other plans for me, and I was going to go to North Carolina for like $800 instead of $60,000 of debt. So let's talk about this Black Upstart Accelerator. I came thinking, well, I started a nonprofit in law school. Maybe I can figure out how to pitch, get funding, things like that, increase my grant opportunities. What I was in store for was something completely different, right? And this is right after failing the bar. This is 2 weeks after failing the bar. I went to this program with my head held high, and I was so proud. I was going to do stuff for my nonprofit. I was going to change the world, revolutionize everything. For some reason, I couldn't get the pitch out because what I wanted to do, many people were already doing for free. And it wouldn't allow me a competitive advantage. It wouldn't allow me to fill a hole in the market. And so I was trying to figure out what I could do. And in less than 24 hours, I came up with a pitch pitched it to the leader of the program, and they liked it. And I ran with it. I created a whole pitch deck for that particular idea, pitched it to investors. And one investor told me, like, I would like to see this on the shelf at Walmart, like today, like I'm ready to buy it. And that really made me feel excited and confident because I had always thought, past biggest thing that I need to do to be successful. You have many other talents. And when I was able to, in 24 hours, figure out pitch deck planning, figure out canvassing my business, figure out ideation workshops, and put together a presentation in front of investors that really wanted to buy what it is that I put out there, I understood that failure wasn't the end of my story. So I started when I wrote about how each year was. I wrote Dear Future 1L to myself, and that led to me ultimately writing Dear Future Lawyer, right? But I didn't know that Dear Future Lawyer was going to be published the very next year, or even that I would pass the very next year for the bar exam. All I knew is that I was destined to be a lawyer, and that this failure wake up call, because after I was down on my luck, I was forced to go to North Carolina for a whole week and experience something called Black Wall Street Homecoming. And I got to meet angel investors. I got to learn everything that I could about business, how people invest in businesses, things that are very compelling in the stories. So I was excited, right? I left and I came back revitalized. Like when I start my law firm, I'm going to do something in the business industry specifically to help Black owned and minority businesses because me, a Black owned and minority business, did not understand some of these terms before I got there. So I wanted to go back and spread knowledge, spread information, and of course, connect the resources that I found to the resources here I had at home. So I came back, new lease on life, ready, right? But I still hadn't passed the bar. So I still hadn't figured out a plan. So I was still trying to do it independently or with my Kaplan bar review program because they have a bar. If you don't pass the bar, you can take it over or you get their program again for free. And I ran into somebody who told me about a bar exam tutor. And so I had a bar exam tutor, and I was like, yeah. And when I first started the program, I thought this old man was crazy. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I was like, sir, I am not gonna do all these questions every day. You losing your mind, and like, I don't have time. And he said to us one day, he said, "You guys are not sending me your answers. You're not sending me your homework or doing the work that you're supposed to be doing." And I was like, how dare he call us out for not doing our work? Like literally the programs, the bar review programs for Kaplan, for Barbary, all of them said like 60 questions a day. That was good. But that's for people, right, who do fairly well on these types of exams. I have never been really that person. If you know my story, then you know that my LSAT score was low. You know that I almost got kicked out of law school just because of my grades being not at the level above academic probation or almost at the level of academic probation when I first started. Of course, I grew and got better at writing and figuring out what my teachers wanted, but I did not know what I was doing. Okay. And so as I moved through and found my path in the legal journey, I was like, man, I need to get good mentors and good people. And so this guy, this judge who created something called the Lawyer Makers LLC, right, pushed us. And when he pushed us, something cracked, right? I cried a lot, guys, during this process. I even made our exam, we were having to retake it and having people say, so like, did you not try hard enough? Like it wasn't a factor of not trying hard enough. It's just a factor of being ignorant to how this process works. Because one, I'm one of the first in my family to actually practice law. And two, I'm the first generation in my immediate family to actually be a lawyer. So how would I know exactly the best methods to use because I'm just using what these bar courses are telling me and it's not working, right? And so when something's not working, right, when something is like really unhelpful for you, like you start thinking, okay, well, what can I do, what can I do? So I started really dialing into this guy's like whole thing, like practice your questions every day, 15 questions in each subject, practice each week, right, 3 to 4 questions a day to MPTs per week. per week. I was like, sir, you're crazy. And then in February, he wanted us to double it. In February is when I was taking the bar exam. And he told us not to stop studying until the last and final day of the bar, like until we put the pencil down and we were done. And I said, man, you are crazy. But I did it. Like I recorded myself reading these bar passwords, and I kept giving myself the and kept it fresh. And then when I passed the bar, right, I was so overjoyed. But guess what, y'all? You know, some people like look at the score things. I was asleep. I had forgotten how to find out if I passed the bar because someone texted me telling me congratulations. I didn't even text them. When I found out I failed the bar, there was only one person I wanted to talk to, and that was another person I knew had also failed the bar a couple knew they had advice about how to get my stuff to. I went to Buffalo Wild Wings, and then that was it, right? I took the bar on and took it by storm right after I got through my crying. I got through this accelerator program, and then I started. But I kid you not, when I passed, the same person that I reached out to when I failed was the same person who said, I knew you could do it. And it I was in shock. I was like, damn, look, man, everything that I did right after I failed the bar was to make sure that everything else was tight. I did my ethics portion of the bar because we have a separate ethics portion in Alabama. I did the NPRE, making sure they had the score that I needed. I did whatever other things because I was like, I don't want no carrot. I don't want no asterisk next to my name. I wanted to say Neena Ronnie Speer passed the bar. That's all I wanted to say. I don't want to do nothing else to prove my worth or value. And so that's what I did. And when I passed the bar, there was no asterisks, no carrots, or anything by my name. They just gave me my law license. And that made me feel super excited because everything that I had done to take the stress off of myself really helped. Because when you pass the bar and then you still have these hurdles, these obstacles, it makes it so much worse, right? Flash forward to 3 years later, right? Going on 4 years of having had a license in the practice of law in Alabama, I have learned a lot about practice. One, that y'all, you might enter a practice area that you never intended to enter. Hello, family law. Okay. Two, business law is hard if you don't understand customer service because business clients want to be wined and dined, treated nicely, and made to feel like they're the most important person in the room. Didn't know that, didn't have that implemented in my plan at first, but I do now. And then lastly, criminal defense clients, it can get overwhelming. And if you're going to go into criminal defense, make sure you have a system in place, make sure that you know how much you can take on, and make sure that you don't let judges appoint you on too many cases because it can get overwhelming very quickly when they start to like you. They start seeing that you're reliable, responsible, and you can have so many cases that you're going to have to walk away. And then also think about the areas of criminal defense that you want to make a difference in. One thing that I have found recently that I really enjoy is expungement work. I have helped with a couple people. I've helped more than a couple people get their expungement paperwork together, and this paperwork, like, it's critical for them to be able to even apply for expungement in the first place. And I got my first email back from somebody saying, "Look, I did it all, and I want to enable people to protect themselves. I would love to protect them, but I think the tools to background so that the process is way easier. It's so much better. It's so much easier than sometimes going into court, fighting back and forth with people all day, every day, because we know the system's broken, but there's parts of it that we can still change and impact for the better. So I ventured into expungements. I enjoy expungements. It might be a whole new vibe and everything. So I just want to let you know, guys, you can do this. You can make a difference. And, passing the bar isn't the only thing that you have. You have brilliant mind, brilliant opportunities, and you can start a business even now. And that's big, right? That's amazing. So I just want to thank you so much for your time. Thank you for listening, and remind yourself, like, it's okay to fail the bar. I mean, you can also just end up with your own law firm. Okay. You can, even if you fail, you can still get back up. So don't lose hope. Don't let anybody make you feel inferior. And remember, just remember this, after I failed the bar, I was in a business accelerator program with millions of money in the room, millions of dollars of capital investors in the room. And I had myself literally rubbing shoulders with the people who had millions. So you don't actually have to be a millionaire, or you don't have to be a bar passer in order for you to find success. And I just need you to remember that, because there were skills that you had before law school that you can cultivate and develop until you get to your best. So I love you guys. Don't feel fear, and own your failure, okay? Because I own mine every day. I am no longer ashamed, and I will never let anybody make me feel low about not passing the bar ever, ever again. And you shouldn't either, because it's not anything but a merit badge to tell your story, inspire somebody. So I Failed the Bar But Lawyer series. Neena out. Hey guys, my name is Neena Speer, and I am here to tell you about 3 side hustles for lawyers. You're trying to start your law firm and you need some money? I got you. All right, so the first one is court appearance professionals. That's court appearance professionals. No cap, literally, CAP. All right, court appearance professionals is a flat rate, okay? Flat rate. You don't have to know the information. All you got to do is print it, take it down there, file it, argue their points, and do your report. Docket fee, same thing, a little bit less on the flat fee, but hey, do your report. Guardian ad litem, do your report. All you gotta do is call, do your report, but do the pro Amy ones, because those get paid out directly from the law firms on the case. And really, you're just telling them that the money goes into an interest-bearing account for the child, unless they have some type of justification as to why they need their money now, i.e. health, i.e. education, or whatever. But yeah, there's your side hustles. What's up? Awesome. So I hope that you guys enjoyed that I Failed the Bar series. It is going to be recurring on the very first Monday of every month. I will luckily have a new lawyer to discuss their I Failed the Bar series, to have a total of 12 lawyers that will also tell you they failed the bar and they still became a lawyer. This isn't something that you have to be ashamed of. Like, I know that it's possible, right? I know that you're feeling shame. I know that you've had some really hard moments, right? But you don't have to be ashamed of not passing the bar, okay? You just heard from me. Like, the hardest thing that I've had to do was get myself up and be like, girl, you are not a failure, okay? You took a very difficult exam and you can try again. And you have the wherewithal to get up and do this again. And I went and found a tutor. I didn't take my tutor seriously at first. At first, I was like, nah. And I still found a way. God worked all those things out. So you might be thinking, right? Oh, I can't do this. Like, Neena, I don't know. Like, I'm telling you from personal experience. And as I saw from, who did I see talking? Kareem. Appreciate you, Kareem. Failures are, in fact, lessons, okay? So I want us to now take failures, display them proudly, okay? Because they are actually lessons that you should learn. I'm going to keep that up there so you can hear that from Kareem, because that is important. There are lessons that will take you to your next level. There are lessons that will help you innovate. There are lessons, right? Because the lesson that I learned from failure is that my last place became a redefined acronym that now means lawyer, author, speaker, truth. Because in fact, I do give truth. I am a lawyer. I am an author. I'm also a speaker, paid author, paid, right, lawyer. These aren't things that I talk about. These are things that I'm actually about. And it all became something that I could actually brag about, because I did not let my failures keep me from the things that were important to our career, to what we are trying to get done in our lives. So if you have something, right, you have something inside of you that is telling you to keep going, to try again, to try to take that bar. There are people who have tried to take this bar 5 or 6 times and they have still, right, not passed. And yet on that 5th time or that 6th time or that 7th time, my bar, My professor who taught me, he took the bar 6 times before he passed. 6 times. On the 6th time he passed. Okay, you do not have to let the fact that you haven't passed yet keep you from being able to try again. You don't need to be living in fear. And on top of all of that, you deserve, right, the very best of everything that you can give, right? And you have to give that first to yourself. You have to be kinder to yourself when you fail. And you have to understand that if you do not fail, you do not learn, you do not grow. Okay, we learn the most during the times in which we fail, during the times in which we struggle, during the times when things don't make sense. So do not let those things that are holding you back, holding you down, making you feel small, right, continue to make you feel small. You are not small. You are highly valuable, highly motivated, and there is nothing, right, that you can't learn from the people that are coming up next. So I hope that you guys tune in to the first Monday every month until the end of this year, 2022, for the video series that you are definitely not going to want to miss. And that is I Failed the Bar series, a lawyer series. If that is something that you would like to do or you would like to be a part of, all you have to do is contact us, right? And if you need to contact us, I will put the contact information at the bottom. All you need to do is go to our website and make sure that you tell us that you want to contact us, you want to be featured. NeenaTheLastBrand.com. There should be something that says come speak for us, and you can fill that information out, and we'll have an I Failed the Bar section. So please fill it out. Please come tell other people, other students, other aspiring lawyers, other actual lawyers, right, that they are not alone. They have nothing to be afraid of, nothing to be ashamed of, and nothing to be feeling unworthy of. You have a seat at the table because you are at the table, and every single person who sat at the table has failed at something before, has been lost somewhere before, has felt ashamed about something, and you take that as motivation that you have nothing, right? Nothing that's going to hold you back from what is actually in your mindset, in your frames, in your focus. So get focused and let failure be the thing that motivates you to continue to try again, because every time you fail, you learn one way that it doesn't work, okay? And now you have another option, right? You can find a new way, some way that no one's created before. That way can be your way. All right. So I hope that you enjoyed this I Failed the Bar lawyer series. Of course, you won't get the personal walkthrough at the end from me every single time, but you will get the sign off. So thank you so much. And of course, no representation is made. The quality of the legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers. And this is not intended to be an advertisement, but an educational series about how failing the bar cannot hold us back. Because, in fact, it will not, cannot, and is not going to hold you back. So I hope that you guys understand that you don't have to take the bar failure as something that is not empowering. It is an empowerment series for those who have encountered failure before becoming a lawyer. This is for you. This is our time to tell our story. So let's tell your story, okay? Message me on LinkedIn. I promise you, I'm a real person there. And let me know that you want to do this, and we'll send you a Calendly link, and you can be the next person that we interview. Thank you so much for your time. If you're watching this live on LinkedIn, we appreciate you. Bye, and talk to you soon.